Alright, hello. This is a video. I wanted to show you a modded Kerbal. It's pretty heavily modded. Let me pop this down. Now, Airplane Plus and Earn Your Stripes were designed for 1.3. Copernicus also, I think that's 1.4. So since I use CKAN to install and uninstall my mods, what I had to do was first set my Kerbal up to install version 1.3. You can do that in 1.4.3. You can do that in the what is that? Beta opt-in portion. You highlight your thing and you go to properties, and it gives you to opt into the beta program, and then it gives you a whole list of past versions of Kerbal that you can have installed. And I recommend when they do a change, you go ahead and flip it back to what you had for about 30 days. Let the mods catch up. Maybe even longer. Depends how big the change, how quick the mods can catch up now. Some of the guys are smart and have made their mods to go all the way up to 1.499, so the updates won't affect those. But let's go over these real quick. I can't name them all, but I like CCTV because it gives you a camera inside. It goes with other mods too. Chatters for ambience. I don't think colorful fuel lines work. I'll go look again. Earn Your Stripes. That allows you to start in all white jumpsuits with no veterans. You also don't get your basic 4. Well, you can, but I choose to randomly create mine, so I don't have your basic Valentina, Bill, Bob, Jeb package. Some of these are dependencies. Once again, Hullcam VDS. I like cameras. That also goes with my Raster Pops monitor. And then there's a MK2 cockpit upgrade that goes good with Airplane Plus. That's got the accurate aviation controls. It's really cool. I'll try to show you that later. I don't know if I can. Science just gives you a way to do your science quicker because it gets kind of boring once you've done it. Tweakable everything. This really gives you a lot of latitude, and since I want to build submarines, aircraft, and rockets, and landing gear, I just like it. It gives me a chance to put some really cool equipment, scale it down, and you know, if I don't need all that power, and sometimes it looks odd, it's really cool to shrink it down. It looks more streamlined or appropriate. Anyway, procedural parts. This is so you can put whatever you want inside whatever you want. It also gives you some texture changes. Planet Shine is for ambiance, and we have something called EVE. Oh yeah, I have EVA enhancements. That's so I can fly my Kerbal more like a spaceship. Environmental visual enhancements. People love that. That makes the game's graphics look a lot better. Puts in clouds and city lights, and you throw that in there with Planet Shine. And I don't have one installed now. It's oh, what is that? It's like it's an effect it does on stars and sun, where if you're close enough to them, they'll burst out into rays. And what's that thing where when the sun hits your windshield, it makes the red, green, blue? I don't have that installed either. But my computer runs this pretty good right now, without any trouble. So I'm just gonna move on. I'm not gonna start you with a new game. There's another way to do that. I'm gonna take us straight to piloting first, and maybe we can appreciate some of the EVA enhancements, the clouds, the city lights. See the city lights over there in the distance, and I don't know, sometimes I think the skybox looks better, but I really don't know if that's a graphic touch. But anyway, I don't want to fly at night. That would be nice. to show you the lights, but there's the city lights. So I'm going to speed us up to daylight, put the shadows fairly in, pretty close in the middle. I should have it high noon since we're flying, then we can see our shadows on the ground directly below us. But alright, don't need to put you through airplane building. Let's see. Box long wing, 31 parts. Let's try that. Yep, this is my trainer. I got a place to sit back here, place to sit up here. This is a modern propeller aircraft, like I think like a Cessnas have this engine. It's a flat block, splits down the middle, 4-cylinder where the block's attached to the frame, and the shaft spins on a crankshaft. And it has air-cooled external cylinder sleeves, and they're inside this shroud. That's why you have these things that bleed heat off pretty good. But pretty nice engine. It's light, it's powerful, and it's air-cooled. The only downside is after about 1,500 hours, 1,500 hours, possibly 2,000 hours, you're going to have to take it apart, rebuild it. Sometimes everything's spent, like the cranks, the crankshaft, not the crankshaft, but the cranks and the pistons, and about all you get to do is keep the sleeve and the case and the big giant metal parts. But you're going to need new pistons and whatever else wore out. But pretty neat engine. Anyway, moving on, we're looking at mods. I started this before I did the Earn Your Stripes thing, so I do have Jebediah in this this version, this game save. Anyway, what can I show you about the mods right now? You'll see right here we've got habitat enabled. Oh, I forgot to tell you about Kerbalism. That means you have to feed and keep your Kerbals warm and with oxygen and scrub their CO2. So you got a scrubber, you got pressure control, you got habitat enabled. That's basically electricity. ECLSS quality, I think that's about their contentment. I don't know, that could be something totally different. Don't hold me to that. I'd have to look that up. But this is all Kerbalism stuff, and you can see food, water, oxygen. That's for Kerbalism. Liquids, I think that's for submarines. Radiation shielding, that's something Kerbalism brings. You can subject your Kerbals to radiation. Now, since I'm not going out into space, I'm not going to have any shielding. It's going to add weight to the airplane too if I do that. So, pitch torque, yaw torque, and roll torque. Wonder what that's for. That must be for the reaction wheel. Wow, that's an upgraded thing. That's a mod did that to the reaction wheel. Usually reaction wheels were all just basic across the part now. Procedural textural change. See here, I got my choice between black and white. We'll just leave it like this. Let me check something real quick while I'm here. Make sure my back wheels, yep, set up. So let's go ahead and fly, and I'll show you. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is show you a little bit that what Raster props monitor, Linux Gamer Guru, and I think Airplanes Plus all those wonderful things for me. And one of those things that these mods do is gives me this internal cockpit design, and I love this. Look at this. The other Kerbal is really plain Jane, so the first thing I'm going to do is come up here. Now, unless you've installed this, you've never seen this before. So this will show me distance gone. I can lock I'll go ahead and position my current position on the GPS. This is nice. Let's just go total. That way we'll measure everything all at once. Instrument lights, not panel lights, not cockpit lights, but the instrument backlighting now. Main lights would be outside the craft on landing gear, etc. But the main lights turns the light in the room on. You can see it. Cockpit lights, or wait, main panel lights cast little lights onto the panel, just the panel itself. Okay, cockpit lights light up the whole cockpit. This probably would drown your eyes out. And instrument lights turn on the LED greens behind it. So that's the panel lights. That's them off. And my personal favorite is instrument lights. Now these, it gives you some nice temperature stuff. That's a skin temperature, internal temperature, outside temperature. And see how nice the lights light up these panels. So anyway, we can do everything from in here. Turn on our SAS. See how I just clicked on that? Alright. Start the craft. Okay, as you know, I needed to make a sound correction there. Sorry about that. I hope that doesn't come out wrong. Okay, so as you know, and it doesn't do this in the simulator, but you need to run this airplane for a few minutes, get all your pressures up so you can get accurate instrumentation readings on your altitudes. And you know, because your instrumentation is controlled by mercury, air pressure, and wind blowing into a little hole that you've cut. And what's cool about this instrumentation is the fact that you could lose everything, all your power, and you'd be able to still fly the aircraft with no electricity. Your engine's blown up or shut down, shot full of holes. It doesn't really matter. This looks like a radio and a radio navigation device. Probably has nothing to do with anything, but it really looks cool. Alright, so got my SAS on. I'm rolling down the runway just because the runway's slanted and it's got late inertia. I didn't push the brakes. I'm going to hold the brakes. Now I fire it up till my pressure comes up to about 40. Doesn't take long when you get max pressure and you can let go of your brakes. Max Q. Alright, so we're rolling down the runway. What's going on? I gotta check outside. That's nothing. I'm just trying to build speed. I guess I'm heavy and I might got a prop behind me. Our rotate is about 70 and we've just hit that, so I should be able to pull back on my stick and take off. And that is correct. You didn't see it. I think I pulled my landing gear up. I got my landing gear down and pull it up. Alright, my landing gear is up and I'm going to go outside and check it. Yep. So, this is one of the benefits of the mod. And remember, I installed 1.4.3, put this on with CKAN, and then upgraded my game. Installed my moist for my submarines after that. Now I have airplanes and submarines now. This game is really designed for spacecraft and extraplanetary, but I really love this little planet too, and it's cool. And craft is a craft is a craft. If I want to drive it on the ground, fly it in the air, take it on the water as a boat, or take it underwater as a submarine, it's my business. Anyway, so looks like I'm going to try to put it at straight and level flight and determine how fast this craft goes right now. And if you can see my vertical speed indicator, that's, if you look in the middle, that's called the 6-pack. Those are the 6 main. And your eyes usually roll from the center out or in like a clockwise or counterclockwise direction. I'm going at 150 meters per second, okay? And my ground speed looks like it's a little above that, maybe 175. So for some reason I'm traveling faster on ground speed than airspeed. Now look what happens when I pull up. When I pull up, my ground speed goes down faster than my airspeed. And when I point down, man, it's just the opposite. My ground speed is slowed down to almost nothing, and my airspeed's there. That's what it is. Yep, see the buffeting? That's from pulling too hard. IG maneuvers. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and twist it back around. Alright, I guess I've been in for it. I'm not showing you the back seat. Let's go look at it. I'm going to get my chase view down. Looks like we're coming towards the ground, not too fast, so I'll have to make this quick. Alright, I must not have a gentleman, a Kerbal in the back seat, so I can't show you the actual back flight. Maybe what I could do would be transfer crew. And now I'm in the back cockpit, and you can see it's much more simple. It just basically has 2 gauges, 3 gauges to look at. I guess 4 if you look at the compass over there. You can see I'm going towards the ground right now, but I can fly it from here. It's not a problem. It's actually kind of better view in terms of seeing the wings. If you're trying to watch the control surfaces react, this is the place to be. And you can actually not only feel your airplane, but see it itself. Straight low flight. I'm going to go outside of the craft. Anyway, the other thing that stock Kerbal doesn't have is clouds. So you can see them over here. See them up to the right. And when you fly through them, you can fly through these things and they're wispy. Alright, let's go ahead and mayday, emergency landing. Mayday, tower control. I need an emergency landing. 270. Clear the runway, I have no choice. I'm coming in hot. Got my power down, I don't want to touch my wheels till I'm doing 100. So, see I'm coming in hot. I can flare a little. There, now I'm at 100. Now I'm in touch, but I barely have any room left for braking. But, you know, it can happen. Where there's a will, there's a way. So it's a pretty cool aircraft. This is a trainer, so it's a little more sluggish and slow. I do want to show you the takeoff though from an external point of view, because this is pretty cool. This back wheel is for stability and taxiing. Okay, you can't take off with that wheel up. You can, but you have to be going fast. And to take off with this wheel down, you probably have to drive off the end of the runway, like an aircraft carrier takeoff, or fly off the edge of a cliff, or something like that. But if you want to lift off a runway, this cannot be done. So let's put it up like that. Once you get flying down the runway, and you hit about 45 or 50, you'll be flying down the runway, basically with your wheels on the ground. So there's 50, watch this. I take my wheels up. Look, you're flying down the runway on 2 wheels. You're not falling over, you're not falling back. Now I'm going so fast, I'm being dangerous. So I'll just kick it up a little like that, comes right off the ground. It's almost no resistance. Put that up. And I'm going faster now in the air because I actually left my wheels on the ground than I was going before. Let's go into a more appropriate position. And by the way, you don't need this position if you fly with your ball. So basically I can face it back this way and try to do an ascending turn, which means I keep that little dot in the blue, and I shouldn't be losing too much altitude. And when I do that, I'm actually supposed to be gaining altitude. So, see how that was? I don't even need to see anything. I'll come back. You only want to land doing 100. And that's slow down. And if you're heavy, and you haven't burned all your fuel off, then you might need more runway space, and you might have to land faster because it's not safe to go a certain speed. You can drag with your runway gear. Real aircraft have flaps. But this really keeps you, this is like flying crop dusting. It's very basic. So you flare. And you missed the runway on that one. Speed. Turn back around. See me kiting because I'm killing my speed with my stick down in the depth zone, 50. So I'm going to get back out of it. I'm at 75 out high now. Just because you can land at 100 doesn't mean you want to. Oh my, no wonder I couldn't land. Look, my throttle's on quarter speed. I'm not losing any speed. I'm actually maintaining straight level flight at 130. I'm trying to pop my gear up. So, it's really nice if I can fly at a quarter throttle. Clear the water, see right to the bottom.
Too low, yeah.
Okay, this is Nap of the Earth. I'm in concentration. I'll never make it through this little door. There's the little door. There it is right there. See that little door right there that I just flew over? Man. If I can get through it. I know I'm going about as fast as I want to go to try that. Maybe a little slower. Let's go ahead and try it. I'll probably crash and die miserably. There's no need to show landings. Abort. Yep, I couldn't see. I couldn't see through the craft. Wow, it's a cool effect. Running over my cursor, it was turning my stuff green. Highlighting. There we go. That's cool how I got the green effect. Anyway, I haven't really showed you the clouds. The mountains look a little textured, just a little differently, I think. You can see I'm just not showing you anything about the mods really, other than the little clean part. So let me spin this around. I'm going to land this thing and then end the video. I hate to just end the video on the and it's like the pilot's job isn't done to... Ooh, I'm dying. Look, I'm below 50. 50 is death, remember? If I could quarter throttle, maybe that would save me. Nope. I'm pulling back on the stick and I'm losing airspace and speed. Now I got back to 50 so I can start to get it back. So up I go. Back to 50, straight and level flight. Alright. Get up, pull it up to 50, kill the throttle. Alright, straight and level flight, landing gear. Oh, air traffic control screaming at me now. That was a terrible procedure. I didn't have approach. You better call the Mayday on that one or you will get written. Mayday, Mayday! And if something happens and they accuse you of something, tell them you didn't have time. It was such an emergency, fighting the craft, and you'll have to write a report to get out of trouble. You were fighting it so much that you were listening to them and handling the situation. If you can give them any warning at all, at least get on there and squawk. Clear the runway and scream, clear the runway, Mayday, no choice, coming. And then if they wave you off, you say, I gotta go. If they wave you off, and then have to put it in the cornfield. Tell them if they're trying to wave you off, I'm going into the cornfield. And you stop here. And if they give you instructions that will force you to crash your aircraft, it just drives me nuts. And these approach speeds for some aircraft. I guess that's why we have consistency. When everyone's flying at a different speed, different turn rates, in the future, you're going to have It's hard enough with just helicopters and regular Cessnas flying around, and then you have jets and military in the mix. You can only imagine when we have flying cars and flying boats. It's going to be crazy. Everything's going to be flying different. It's the worst of snowboarders and skiers. It'd just be real hard when everything's flying differently for us to all get along. Let me shut that down. Thanks for watching. I'm going to stop this now.